everyone, it's Becca. This is about a 10 to 15 minute yoga flow that you can do in the morning or as a midday movement. It's really perfect for any time that you just want to get some movement in. There's a little bit of standing poses, but mostly we're just flowing, moving, and breathing. And so I hope you enjoy this class. As always, if you enjoyed it, feel free to either donate to my PayPal or Venmo. And as always, feel free to reach out if you have requests for other videos or classes that you'd like to see. But we'll go ahead and get started. We'll come to a seated position at the top of your mat. Let the shoulders soften down towards your pockets and maybe find either a cross-legged position. You could also come into a hero's pose where you kind of sit back onto your heels. Let the shoulders relax. Tuck the chin ever so slightly towards the chest and soften your gaze or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a full exhale out. 2 more just like that. Full breath in. Full exhale out. Inhaling through the nose. Biggest breath out. Bring hands to heart center, and if you want, set an intention or dedication for your practice for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe send some love or good thoughts to someone or something that's close to your heart. We'll open our session with one collective breath together. Take a deep breath in. And open mouth. Come back to your seated position, either a cross-legged position. If this doesn't feel great, you can always take maybe a butterfly, or maybe just take the legs out long. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, take a twist to the right. Inhale, find length. Lift up through your rib cage. Sternum is long and proud. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, twist. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, find your twist. Inhale, come back up. Interlace the fingers, press them up towards the ceiling. Find length through your side body, shoulders down the back. Exhale, take it over to the right. Come back through to center and over to the other side. Come back through to center. And exhale, tabletop position, shoulders over the wrists. Knees and hips stack over one another. Take the low belly in towards the spine. So you're finding this neutral tabletop position. Gaze is forward, spread through all 10 fingers. Root down through the inner webbing in between the thumbs and the index fingers. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, widen through the collarbones for your cow pose. And exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale, drop belly, lift gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Take a couple more rounds on your own. After your last round, come back to a neutral tabletop position. Send your hips back. Maybe your big toes come together to touch, child's pose. Walk the hands forward, ground your forehead down. Notice if you're holding tension in the shoulders, soften them. Maybe the elbows press lightly into your mat. Start to take a more active child's pose. So you walk the fingertips up, press into all 10 fingers, press the heels of the hands forward so you drive your hips back. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out your feet, walking your dog out. It might feel really nice to kind of bend into one knee and then drive the opposite heel back as you press your chest towards your thighs. And then maybe you switch. Come to stillness in your downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up to your tiptoes. Exhale, heels fall back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, heels fall back. Last one, inhale, lift up really high. Exhale, heels fall heavy. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Make sure that you have enough space behind you to reach your right leg up and back. And then take right knee to nose. Curl up curl up. Press the ground away, dome up through the back. Inhale, take it back. Right knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. Last one, exhale, knee to nose. And slowly place right foot in between the hands. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, rise with breath, low crescent lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend into your arms, goalpost them, and lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Keep the left hip pushing forward. Last one, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, both hands come down inside of your left foot for right foot, for lizard pose. Walk your right foot as wide as the mat. The left knee can stay down. You could also walk both forearms down to the ground, hugging the right knee towards the shoulder. Or tuck your left toes under. Actively press the ground away as you hug your right knee towards the shoulder. Take one more full breath in. And a full exhale out. Push the ground away as quietly as possible. Pick your right foot up, high plank. Transition to your downward facing dog. So you could tip forward 2 inches, squeeze your elbows in, lower halfway down for your chaturanga, or all the way down to your belly, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest up, baby cobra, or to your upward facing dog. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Make sure you have enough space as you reach back. Exhale, left knee to nose. Push the ground away, dome up through the back. Inhale, take it back. Knee to nose. Inhale, take it back. Last one, knee to nose. Slowly place left foot towards the top of your mat. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, reaches the arms up and overhead. Take a moment. Left knee is tracking over your left ankle. Press your right hip forward. Exhale, bend into your arms, lift the sternum up. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, goalpost the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Last one, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, lizard pose. Hands come on the inside of your left foot. You'll walk your left foot as wide as the mat, dropping your right hip down. You could stay on your hands or drop onto the forearms. This would also be a great place for like blocks or books if you have them, but no props are necessary unless you want them. Maybe you tuck your right toes under as you hug your left shoulder underneath, actively pressing into that right ball of your foot. From here, take one more full breath in, push the ground away, press into the hands if you aren't already there, Tuck your right toes under, lift up, transition to your high plank, and we move to downward facing dog. Upward facing dog if you're flowing. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Press back, child's pose. If you want a little bit more in your child's pose to get into the upper back, you will take your palms together. Thumbs will come to your neck, back, bottom part of your neck. You'll send your elbows down to the ground. This will allow you to press your elbows into the ground actively as you draw your hip bones back. Take one more full breath in wherever you are, and a full breath out. Slowly start to release if you had the hands behind the back. Press up and take both legs out in front. Seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Start to hinge from your hips. Notice how once I start to hinge from my hips, you can bend into your knees as much as you want to forward fold. From here, once you grab whatever you got, you could start to inch the feet forward, rounding your forehead down. Maybe let the legs go all the way down. Keep the leg active, both legs active. So imagine like you have a piece of paper in between them and you're trying to squeeze that piece of paper in between them as you find your forward fold. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, slowly release. This time, you're going to take your left leg out. Right sole of foot draws to your left inner thigh. Right hand comes behind your right hip. Fingertips point towards the back, pressing into your right shin. Lift the left arm up. Inhale. And exhale, press your right shin into the ground. Press your left foot into the ground. Exhale, come back down. Switching sides, your right leg will come out. Left sole of foot draws to your right inner thigh. Left hand comes behind your left hip. Inhale, takes your right arm up. Press the hips up, press into your right foot. Right arm reaches back. Hips go up. And slowly come back down. Butterfly pose, soles of feet to touch. Draw the heels of the feet towards the inner thighs. Hands come to the shoelace sides of the feet. Inhale, sit up tall. Then exhale, start to forward fold. Your elbows might press into your inner thighs to open them out a little bit more, but no need to do that unless you want to. Let your neck and head be heavy. Shoulders soften away from the ears. Then we inhale, slowly start to look up. Exhale, release. Both legs come out in front. Arms come parallel to the ground. Slowly roll down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time, till you come all the way onto your back. Press your left foot into the ground and draw your right ankle over your left thigh. This might be enough for you. You might press your right hand into your right thigh to open out and widen through that right knee so that you feel a stretch in your outer right glute and hip. Or you can start to lift your left foot up, reach through the window, catch onto the belly of the left thigh or your left shin. Figure four pose on your back hip opener. Closing the eyes or softening the gaze. If the shoulders try to join the party, they're not invited, so draw them back down towards your mat as much as you can. Slowly start to hug both knees in towards the chest, resetting. Slowly drop through your right foot down. Your left ankle will cross over your right thigh, open out and widen through your left knee. Stay here, and this might be enough, applying just a bit of pressure, or start to lift your right foot up. Reach through the window, catch onto the right shin or the belly of the right thigh. Once again, if the shoulders try to lift up, draw them back down towards the ground. Starting to soften the gaze or close the eyes. Last cycle of breath. Slowly start to unwind. Hug both knees in towards the chest, reset. Take arms out to a T or goalpost them 90 degrees. Let your legs fall over to the left and your gaze to the right. Gentle spinal twist. You could take any leg variation that you want here. Drawing the right shoulder down towards the ground as your gaze moves over your right shoulder. Come back through to center and take the legs over to the left. Let your gaze soften over your left shoulder. No effort needed here. And slowly come back through to center. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a loving squeeze, forehead to the knees. Deep breath in. And exhale, release. Shavasana, final resting pose. Take up as much real estate as you'd like on your mat. Or if you choose, take about 10 to 15 breaths to move through any last inversion or poses that you want to take before closing out class. If you'd prefer, you could close class in a seated meditation. Focus on the space behind the forehead, space behind the eyelids. Focusing as you breathe in and tracing your breath as you move out. So it's a cyclical pattern or a circular pattern of breath moving in and out and in through your body. As you're ready, slowly start to deepen your inhale. And lengthen through your exhales. Movement back into the body, fingertips and toes. And take the head from side to side. Reach both arms overhead, full body stretch. And gather knees towards chest. Roll over to one side, head resting on bicep. Thank yourself for making it on your mat. Slowly come up to a seated position at the top of your mat. Eyes can be closed or soften the gaze over the tip of your nose, sitting up tall. Bring hands to heart center, pressing your thumbs into your heart space. And lift your heart space up towards your thumbs. Feel the support of your own self, support of this practice, and of your breath. We'll close with one final breath together. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth. Thank you so much for joining for this quick movement practice. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback. And thank you all so much for joining. Bye.